it's Lori here today with my empties for the week. Hope everybody's doing well. So my theme, if you'll remember, was using up the leftovers. So a lot of these were either carried over from previous weeks in the month, or they had just a few bits and pieces left, and I wanted to go ahead and use them up rather than putting them in the drawer. I just have a hard time putting back some little bits and pieces back in the collection because, you know, it takes up room in the stash. And what do we say here? We have a lot of wax, or that's a lot of wax. So before we jump in, I want to welcome you if you're new to the channel. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe down below. And I want to welcome you back if you're a returning visitor or subscriber. I am so glad that you are a part of this channel. Okay, so I did get through a lot of candles. That tends to happen. Like some weeks I don't finish a lot because, you know, they're only partially burned, and then other times, you know, the following week normally I go through them. So I'm on the quest to finish up these little ones. What are these? What size are these even? 4 ounces. So I probably have maybe 6 left. I want to say maybe 8, but I'm burning them in pairs. So I finished up this strawberry picnic, and these are from 2013. So it's a blend of red ripe strawberries, wild raspberries, and sweet buttercream frosting. Celebrates the very best part of a picnic by the lake. So, I mean, these don't burn the greatest, but they're older. So, and they're pretty scentless at this point, but I'm using them. I use them for ambiance. Rather than letting them go to waste, we're going to use them. And then I had this lemon, same size. And these really struggle. I mean, look at the tunneling. And yeah, I was trying to scrape off some of the wax with my actually wick dipper. I can scrape off some of the wax in between, you know, burns. But anyway, so this one also, well, this was 2012. It says brighten the day with the prettiest citrus fragrance, sparkling lemon, sweet orange blossom, and exotic palm leaves. So those two we used up. And we did finish one of these mint chocolate chip milkshakes. I have a little bit left. I'll probably stick it on my hot plate, candle warmer hot plate. I just, you know, when the wicks start to move, I say nope. So this burned pretty well. I will say you could see a little bit of sooting in the wax at the bottom, but I wish it was a little stronger. I think it might be the AC too. I mean, you know how airflow goes in your house. And so I'm probably going to fool around with moving some of these candles. I might move it closer to me because I'm not smelling that I have several of these. So I might like move them around, move them a little bit closer to where I'm sitting, see if that helps, because airflow is different with the AC running in the summertime. And I do have quite a few of these that I picked up on the 75% off sale. So I definitely want to enjoy them. This was vanilla mint ice cream, chunky chocolate chips, and whipped cream. So bought this. I have several of these. You'll see these, I'm sure, coming up at some point. I did finish this blue raspberry snow cone. Same thing. I mean, it was very hard to smell. And again, it's probably where I'm sitting. This one also really struggled. I had to cotton ball it several times. Kind of got the puny wick syndrome thing where it just wasn't doing like a hot, fast burn. And that definitely contributes to the scent and the throw of a candle. If it's not getting hot enough to really heat up the wax fully, then you're not going to smell it as much. So I'm going to move some things around and see how that works, if that helps. Because, you know, if it's one candle, then you attribute it to maybe it's that candle. But if it's all of them, then I start to think, gotta be my airflow. So cider donut, this was an older one that we finished as well. This one, again, not the greatest performance. I didn't expect it to. This one is also 2013. Indulge in the fragrance of a beloved baked treat with a blend of freshly picked apples, cake donut, and a hint of cinnamon. The further it burned down, the more I could smell it. Actually, I don't know if that, like, all the oils kind of like, you know, just kind of drain. I don't want to say drain, but they went to the bottom because it's such an old candle. But yeah, I mean, this was a very pleasant fragrance. Again, I wish it was stronger, but it's older. I don't know what I expected. So those are those. And then we had a candle that went in the Naughty Crock. These are the DW home candles. You can get them at TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, that type of thing. That's where I typically find them. You can get them on their website, but they're cheaper at Marshalls. This was the fresh strawberry sangria. This smelled so good. My husband and I both were like in the store. We're like, oh my gosh, this is fabulous. but it started to soot and I said, no, I'm not starting off with a sooty candle. So it went in my, I call it the naughty crock. It's over this way on my desk. And I had it in for a week. It was pleasant. I wish that, you know, it really blew my socks off. But in a smaller office like this, I could smell it. I really enjoyed it. So I think it'd be better if I would have been able to burn it. But yeah. Okay, so then we had some other non-wax items. I finished this foaming body scrub from, what is this, Onyx Bathhouse in Unicorn Dreams. So I picked this up also at TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls, whatever. These are very good price. I think they're like $5.99, or no, actually this was $4.99, and it was okay. I didn't love the fragrance. What does it say on here? It says strawberry, kiwi, and apple. I mainly smelled like a kiwi. It almost smelled like a passion fruit to me, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I actually liked the consistency of this. It was very nice and scrubby. So I enjoyed this, and I would probably get a different scent from that. I almost said vendor, but the manufacturer of this, it was good actually. So then we have some Bath and Body Works items. I finally finished up this winter hand gel, antibacterial hand gel. It's been in my car. I love this fragrance. Absolutely love it. Finished this Waikiki Beach coconut shower gel. When they were doing the 75% off, I picked up a couple of new scents to me just to see if I liked them. This was light to my nose, so I probably wouldn't get this again, but I'm glad I tried it. I always like trying new scents. And then we went through the Sunshine and Lemons hand soap, yuzu, grapefruit, and what is it, sun rays. That was good. Enjoyed that one. Always a nice, pleasant fragrance. And my son used up this coconut mint drop in his bathroom. White coconut, iced peppermint, and winter musk. All right, and I have a basket over here I'm going to be putting stuff in, so if you see me doing that, you know what that is. Okay, so I used up, we're going to go through some retail wax first. Sensationals Rock Candy. This was blast from the past. You can still get these, I believe, on their website, on Walmart's website, and some of the stores are getting these, and this is so good. It's so strong, really delicious, candied, fruity type of fragrance. It smells exactly like rock candy, very strong. Highly recommend you get this before it goes away. So then we used up this Faygo Original Rock and Rye made by Heart of Mish. I told you guys before with the previous week when we melted the, what was it, the red pop, I believe it was. This wax was really getting dried out and kind of a weird crumbly texture. I don't know if that's typically their wax or not, but it didn't hardly throw it all and didn't, you know, I mean, I could barely smell it, and then it kind of fizzled out very quickly. I would not get this again. Wasn't cheap, and so I would not be able to recommend that one. Then I also tried this Sensationals Oatmeal Cookie, also from the Blast from the Past collection. This was very strong on the cinnamon. Very, very cinnamony. You guys know how I feel about that. I purchased this online, and so I hadn't smelled it prior. I do have 4 more clams. You had to buy it in a 5-pack. So I ended up mixing this because it was a little bit too strong for my nose. I mixed in, I had 4 cubes left of this caramel bread pudding from Better Homes and Gardens. Mixed 4 cubes of that and used one of these small, because they're tiny, they're what, 1.25 ounces of this salted caramel butterscotch in my warmers. I have very large dishes, and so I'm able to put a decent amount of wax in there and still not have, I mean, it's still even like really thin on the bottom, which is nice. So anyway, I was able to mix these 3. It was better, but I think next time, because like I said, I have 4 more clams of it, I'm going to use I have Hazelnut Cream that I bought last year on clearance. I have quite a few clams of that. That's a really nice kind of creamy fragrance, and it doesn't smell like coffee. It's just kind of, it's not really marshmallowy, but it's a nice creamy fragrance that you can use to tone things down. And so I'm going to try it with that and see if that helped. So this ended up being kind of like a cinnamon caramel type of blend once I had all of these kind of blended together. It was good, but I think, like I said, I'm going to try it with a different approach and see how that does. We'll see. I mean, I can play around with it since I have several clams. I wouldn't buy more of it, but since I have them already, I'm going to use them and try to do some mixology with them. We used up this Luna that Casey sent me in our swap. I like this fragrance. I do. I can see why everybody really enjoys it. So yeah, this was nice. I enjoyed it. I had it in my bathroom. I melted this Rainbows and Butterflies from Scentsy as well. I wanted to make sure I tried this because today is the last day to put items in your club from the spring and summer catalog. So I wanted to see how I felt about this. I actually really like this. I did put it in my club. I don't know how long it's gonna stay. I mean, I like it, but there's other fragrances I like as well. So I don't know, it'll probably stay. Hopefully it'll come back. It's nice. It was a fruity type of blend that I actually enjoyed. It surprised me. So yeah, I'm glad that I put that in my club. I also melted this Disney, The Little Mermaid Kissed the Girl. This I do not have in my club, so I'm kind of doing this thing where I'm like, okay, let's just melt it and I'll forget about it. I know that sounds bad, but I didn't put this in my club. Actually, it surprised me. It was stronger than I thought it was going to be because a lot of the licensed bars aren't super strong for me. So I enjoyed it. It was kind of a fun, happy, like fruity type of fragrance. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but it's not in my club. So all right, then Disney, The Last Petal, also from Scentsy. This one, I feel like I can smell like the hint of rose in here. Yeah, it's kind of I don't want to say like generic, like fruity with rose, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. I do have one more clam of this, and I put it in my club just to make sure that I got it, but I've already removed it. I don't think this is something that I'm going to need going forward. There's a lot of other great scents, so I will enjoy my last clam of it, and that'll be it. Okay, so moving on to vendor wax. I have Knowles Farm Scents Sweet Dreams. We finished this one up. This was lavender, vanilla, chamomile, cocoa butter, and cashmere. So this one was a really, really nice scent. I enjoyed it. Very nice, kind of comforting lavender blend. So then let's go to the ones I used in my bathroom this week. I finished up this Hayden Row Crisp Linen. This was, a couple of these were from her chunk sampler that I got. Clean Laundry, Lemon, Lime, Neroli, Light Florals, Blonde Woods, and a Subtle Musk. I enjoyed this. Really nice clean laundry scent. Let's start to put some of these over here in the little basket because they're going to start avalanching. So I say I'm going to put them in there and then I don't do it. Anyway, all right. Barber's Hot Towel, also from Hayden Row Chunk Sampler. Shaving Cream, Ozone, Cotton, Amber, and Baby Powder. Really liked this one, and I really enjoyed mixing it with this pink sugar. I love like the barbershop and pink sugar together. I just absolutely love it. I do have a blend from a custom blend that I did with another vendor. So this I did on my own with these two, but I do have a custom that I've done. The pink sugar is a sweet blend of cotton candy, lemon drops, caramel, and berry jam with musk. So these two together are just fantastic. Really enjoyed mixing those two. It was really nice and strong. Highly recommend both of those. Birdie's Making Sense. This was a sample. Orange Blossom and Clean Cotton. This was awesome. This was amazing. Was very much more so of an orange, like citrus with a clean cotton. It was not what a typical orange blossom scent smells like. I know it's very, very specific scent, and that I'm actually very allergic to. So I was a little scared about this one, but it wasn't at all. It was very much a gorgeous citrus scent along with the clean cotton. Love this, would buy this in larger quantities for sure. Okay, so then we had a few samples that I melted in here. Life is a Circus from the Bathing Garden. Really enjoyed this. I have to, some of her samples are huge. I cut them in half. This was good. I think I might have this in a larger size, so I enjoyed that. Britta's Death by Sweets Cherry Sugar Cookie Royale Cake Batter Fudge. I absolutely loved this one. I really hope I have more of this in a larger size. Need to look at that one. And 6 Impossible Things from the Bathing Garden. This was absolutely fantastic. It was like a cinnamon type of coffee blend. Love this. I will definitely get more of that one. I'm not sure what collection that's in, but yeah, would totally get more. Okay, so we have little scent shot cups. You guys know my quest to use those up. The Scented Squirrel Afternoon Tea, Wild Berry Scones, Lemon Curd, and Tea and Cakes. I love this blend from her. It's absolutely amazing. It smells so good with the tea and cakes and the wild berry. So yes, 100% would repurchase. We had, my son went through a couple of these from Beezy's Volcano, Capri Blue type. His Volcano is one of my son's favorites, so we will always repurchase. We purchased a lot last time he had it available, so we will continue to do so. And then we purchased this Viva La Juicy type, also he really liked this scent as well, so it was something new that we tried. Okay, so a couple of smaller scents that I did in here. We had sweet bread from that Smell Good shop, sweet bakery bread, buttercream, and vanilla beans. So this was kind of like a cinnamon toast. So let me know in the comment section down below, do you guys do this too, or is this just a weird thing that, I don't know, my family does? So we toast the bread, you spread some butter on it, and then put like cinnamon sugar over top and let it kind of soak in. That's what it smelled like to me. It smelled like a cinnamon sugar bread. It was good. Actually, it didn't really bother me because I think the buttercream in it made it creamier, smelled like buttery rich type of scent. So when I get tons of this, no, but for the cinnamon, it didn't bother my nose, so that was good. Next one we have is afternoon tea from that Smell Good shop. I melted through 2 of these, brewed tea, almond cookies, and citrus. Love this scent, so good. It's like a tea and cakes blend. Tea and cakes from Kay's, love this as well. Hers is very, very strong. Awesome, would love to, I need to do some blends. I'll probably do some blends with Kay's early fall, I wanna say. Okay, so sugar cookie confection from Kay's. This was also really, really nice. Enjoyed that one. Fruity Pebbles from Kay's. Love it. It's a cereal scent. We love cereal scents. Tangerine Gelato from the Melted Mousse. I finished this one up in my bedroom, and I did order a souffle in this in my last custom order. And this one I really, really enjoyed. American Smoothie from Southbound. This was part of the 4th of July sampler. Pink sugar, orange sherbet, and American cream. I loved this one. I think I have 1 or 2 left. I'm really excited because I got all of those components in the melt. You could smell all of them. This was fantastic. It's a dark wax. It's blue and red, so you know what's gonna happen. And so you guys know we had a wax in it in the living room with blue wax all over the wall and carpet, and then same vendor. Of course. What? But anyway, and then we had kind of a purple, because it turned into purple with the red and blue, waxing it on my counter in my bathroom with this one. One of us bumped it, I don't know. And anyway, it comes up, it's fine. You just use I use like old hotel keys, the key cards, and just scrape it right off. It came up, but it's just kind of funny. It's always the really dark wax, right? So then we have the Art of Pie from Perkins. Cherry crumb pie, caramel custard, and French vanilla. I actually have it going in here today. This is really pleasant. It's a very, very nice scent. I'm enjoying that one. Okay, so then we have Deep Blue Sea from that Smell Good shop. My son melted this, loves this, always wants me to get more of it. I keep watching on the website to see if she pours more. We had Destination Wax, That Man, spicy and fresh manly stuff, leather, tobacco, musk, teakwood, cedar, sandalwood, and black pepper. He melted this in his bathroom. This was a really nice kind of manly cologne type of scent, and it was nice. It was perfect for the bathroom, very fresh, clean, kind of like reminded me a little bit of like a really good body wash. Smelled good. We had a custom that we did with Kay's of Volcano. We will forever purchase this from her. It's so good. Her Volcano is really, really good. He finished up the souffle and Prince Charles from Hayden Row in his bathroom as well. That was really nice. Nice cologne. I think it's Polo and something else, but he really enjoyed that. And then Windsor Castle as well in his bathroom. So these were a couple of masculine scents that he really enjoyed. And then we had Volcano from that Smell Good shop. As you can tell, he loves the Volcano or Capri Blue Oil. Okay, Birdie's Making Sense. I finished this lily pad of Fruit Loops and pink sugar. This was so nice. It was cute. I really like the pink sugar and cereal blends, and this was hard to cut because it was so darn cute, but I enjoyed it. Tea Time Tarts, Margarita on the Rocks, Lemon Lime, Rum, and a rim of sea salt. Casey sent this to me in our swap. This was good. I liked it. I wish it was a hint stronger and lasted a little bit longer because I really, really liked this on cold. So yeah, unfortunately, it needs to be amped up a little bit for me. We had blackberry sugar bread from Salt Mountain, blackberry baked bread and sugar. It's so funny because none of these like baked bread with jam scents impress me on cold. I mean, they smell okay, but then they go in the in the warmer and I'm like, wow, I love that. What is that? So yeah, this was good. I enjoyed this. I do have another souffle of it from her, so I will enjoy melting that one as well in the future. Birdie's Making Sense, Always Be Grateful, Grape and Sour Patch Kids. I absolutely loved this. It was in a cute shape of like bunches of grapes, and I really enjoyed this. So that was fantastic. Enjoyed melting that in my bedroom. I had cornbread. This was a fantastic mixer from that Smell Good shop. This is great to mix in with something if you're trying to, I want to say, tamp down a scent if it's a little bit too strong. Might be good with a cinnamon type blend. I mixed this in with an apple, so this was good. I really enjoy her cornbread. Finished up this Southbound Strawberry Bake Shop. Vanilla shortbread, sugar cookie dough, graham cracker crust, birthday cake, pink sugar, and fresh picked strawberry. I love this scent. The problem with it is it only lasted a couple of hours in my tea lights. So that was a bummer because it's so good. I mean, hot fast burn with tea lights, I get it, but I would have liked it to have lasted longer because it was so good. Finished up this king cake from the Pharmacist's Daughter, coffee house, morning beignet, French custard, sugar cookie dough, and cinnamon sugar donut. Their coffee scents are so strong and perform so well for me. I highly recommend this blend. It was very good. So it's a nice coffee bakery blend. I would totally get this again. I think I have more of it. I'm pretty sure that I do. We have Under the Boardwalk from that Smell Good shop, aged wood planks, fresh citrus, sun, and sand. This was odd. I know that I've said before that I don't always want to point out the ones that I've melted overnight. This I melted overnight, I will say, because I couldn't quite figure out. It's like, and I've said this before about scents, it's like it doesn't know what it wants to do or what it wants to be when it grows up. I don't know. It was very odd to my nose. I couldn't figure it out, I guess. So to me, I didn't really get citrus. Maybe a little bit of like a woody type note in the background. It wasn't like cedar per se, but I could understand what they're saying, aged wood planks. But it was kind of like a sun sand type of mixture. But yeah, I don't know. I kept thinking it needed something, and I kept thinking apple, but I don't know that that's it. I don't know. This was an odd blend to my nose, so I would not get that again. But it wasn't bad. It's just, I couldn't, it was so, I just kept thinking it. You know how you have a scent and you're like, that needs something. I need to add something to it, but I could never quite figure out what that would be. All right, the Pharmacist's Daughter Sugar Drop, Jelly Donut, Pink Sugar, and Cotton Candy. This is really good. Enjoyed that. Wow. That floppy bag here. I really enjoyed that one. Yes, I think I have more of this as well. We melted this Mocha Mint cookie from Simo at the same time I was burning my mint chocolate chip candle. This was nice, but it did peter out quite quickly. And again, this was in my tea lights. So I don't know if it just too hot and it burned it all off quickly, but I liked it. I liked the fragrance of it. I just wish it would have lasted longer. Birdie's Making Sense. We had mango sorbet and key lime pie. This is another one I put on overnight because I wasn't sure, because you know, some key lime pie scents to my nose smell a little sour. So typically when I say overnight, I put it on like 3 hours before we go to bed, so that way I can still smell it. I know if it's something that I want to purchase again. This was good. I really enjoyed it. I actually could still smell, it was kind of a faint bakery note in the morning, almost like a waffle cone type of thing, but it was kind of faint by the next day. So it really lasted. I enjoyed this actually. There aren't a lot of key lime pies blends that I would get, and frankly I wish it would have been a little bit stronger on the mango sorbet, but this was pleasant. I enjoyed it. I have 2 more of the cones. Love the shape. It's so cute. I didn't want to cut into them because they're so darn cute. We had Southbound Carnival Time, Sweet Cotton Candy, Caramel Apples, Blue Raspberry Snow Cones, and Fresh Funnel Cake. This also kind of fizzled quickly in my tea lights, so I'm wondering if her wax does better in lower wattage. I tend to have really high wattage warmers and tea lights. But I mean, they smell fantastic when they first get going, but then they fizzle. So I will try her wax in a lower wattage warmer next time and see if that makes a difference, because I really enjoyed it. It was a really nice scent. I really enjoyed it. Was really in the mood for that too. We had Dessa's Homespun Scents Donut Bee Jelly, Fried Donut, Strawberry Jam Puree, and Powdered Sugar. Unfortunately, this also was pretty much scentless to me. I'm going to let her wax cure for a little bit longer, because I know there's so many people that love it. I'm going to try it in different warmers and see if that makes a difference. Let me know in the comment section down below. But this, unfortunately, this blend did not work for me. That's the only one I've melted so far from Dessa. So it could just be the scent. I purchased quite a few different ones, so it could just be that one. We have Fruity Pebbles, fruity cereal goodness from that Smell Good shop. This is one of my favorites. Absolutely, I love this and really enjoyed it. And the final one, oh, this, yeah, it's so sad. This is the Pharmacist's Daughter, Way to My Heart, Fruity Pebbles, Satsuma, and Strawberry White Cake. So I need to set this aside the next time they do a custom and see if they'll put this together for me, because I think normally they do like 3 cents. See if they can do a loaf or something in this. This is so good. They had these in the little pieces, like looked like candy for Valentine's Day, and it was so strong. It was so good. We absolutely loved this. So I need to put this aside and see if we can get this one again. It was fabulous. Okay, so that'll do it for my empties for the week. I feel very accomplished. My basket is pretty much empty of all of the bits and pieces. I have a few things left, but that's okay. So I will set those aside and use those in a subsequent week, because next week we're going to be focusing on one vendor. So for the month of August, I'm going to be focusing on some of my top vendors that I have the most wax from, and we are starting off with number 1. Who do you think it's going to be? My number 1 vendor is L3. We're going to start with that, and we're going to melt all L3 next week. So I know we did a week of scoops, and she has so many scoops, and I think the majority of my scoops are from her, but it's not just going to be scoops. Believe me, that was a hard week. That was hard. No, this week we're going to be doing L3. So I have a few things that I'm going to be finishing up in my bathroom and bedroom that I've been working on. So it's going to be mainly for my main living space. So we will go through the basket tomorrow, but I'm excited because I have a lot of great scents from L3 that I want to highlight on the channel and get to melting. So we will continue this for the entire month of August. We'll pick a different vendor each week, but those will be some of my top vendors you'll be able to see. So I have some other vendors that I really enjoy ordering from, but you'll see those upcoming in subsequent weeks, you know, in a different week. So for example, like Britta's, I think I'm going to focus on some of her wax closer to Halloween because of all the fun shapes. We're going to be doing something really fun with Super Tarts for the month of October. So they are a vendor that I really enjoy as well. And the Melted Mousse, I am sure they will be in there as well. So you'll see some of my favorite vendors in the next few weeks. We're going to highlight some of their wax and work through some of it, because Lord knows, you know, we have a lot of wax. I am on a very good low buy right now. I did not order from L3 RTS yesterday and was feeling pretty proud of myself for doing that. We're going to talk a little bit about that tomorrow. I have a couple things to say about her. If you're on Facebook, you know what I'm going to be talking about. But anyway, so no, nothing bad. But anyway, so we will talk about that tomorrow, and I look forward to chatting with you then. I have some weird kind of light coming in. Good thing we're at the end of the video. It's like, so hopefully I'm not, like, I probably would have been weirdly lit this whole video. But anyway, there's that. So anyway, we will talk soon, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.